Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ruby. I'm a mum of 3 and I am today making a video about our solids journey with our third child. So this is baby number 3 and this is the first baby so far that I have waited until 6 months to begin his solids journey with my other 2 children. So with my first, she is 5 years old now, so I guess 4.5 years ago she was 4 months old, and I was so excited as a first-time mum to kind of dive into the solids, and I just did like purees with her at 4 months old, and then like gradually just worked up to feeding her like finger foods, and I guess she was kind of like combo fed, like she had purees. I made all of her food like from scratch. I boiled the vegetables. I even like cooked meat and pureed that for her. Like I was like on it, first time mum. Really enjoyed like introducing solids to her. And then around the age of like 10 months, so pretty young, she went very, very fussy, and she remained fussy. Like she is my fussy eater. She is still fussy. She's picky about texture. So I don't know if that's just personality. I don't know if it's the way I introduced solids to her. Really don't know. So that's the backstory on my first. Second baby, I had full intentions of waiting until 6 months to feed her, and I wanted to do baby-led weaning with her because I remember thinking like, oh, my first is so fussy because I spoon-fed her and, she didn't learn to feed herself and yada, yada, yada. Long story short, I ended up having to also introduce food to my second at 4 months old because she was an allergy baby, and the pediatrician wanted me to start like sooner rather than later because she was reacting to so many different foods like through my breast milk. And so we did in the end, and she is not fussy. She is perfectly, like, she's a great eater, and I always joke it's because she was so deprived of like the good things when she was little, because I wasn't able to eat dairy. I wasn't able to eat like peas, legumes, anything from that family. Avocado I couldn't eat, and eggs I couldn't eat. We did allergy testing with her. She outgrew the intolerances. Like she can eat all of those things now, but she was pretty limited like when we started. So she was kind of purees and then finger foods as well back then. So fast forward to third baby, and I was kind of like, yes, I'm definitely going to wait until 6 months. We're only going to do finger foods. Like it's going to be all very like proper baby-led weaning. We're here now. It's been about 2 weeks since we started him on his solids journey. In the very beginning, I did just give him finger food and let him kind of go for it. The thing that I have run into is, and I didn't expect this to be my issue, but I am so time poor. I don't even get the chance to feed him solids every single day because I'm so time poor. And then the other thing is sometimes like he can't eat what I eat because I eat at different times of the day. Like I eat once the kids are in bed, and then what the kids are having for dinner, I don't really want him eating, and then that kind of thing. And it's sometimes easier for me to spoon feed him some stuff that is kind of more appropriate for him to eat. So he's still very much like self-feeding, and he loves to eat. He's very good, which you'll see in the clips. I've got about 5 different clips of his first kind of meals, and you'll see how kind of well he does feeding himself. So I'm not too concerned spoon feeding him, but there have been some things that I have been kind of guiding him with, like he's had spaghetti, he's had yogurt, he's had applesauce, like that kind of thing. He's not going to be able to feed himself, but they're convenient for me to feed to him. So I don't really know what the point of this is. It's just to say like solids and beginning solids with your baby can be so overwhelming, especially if you're a first-time parent and reading stuff online. A lot of people are like hard one way or the other. Like they don't really like doing a combo of feeding. They say it confuses the baby, pick one or pick the other one, that kind of thing. But as long as you're educated to know what choking looks like and you're ready to step in should you need to, I think it's fine to introduce however you would like to. He has tried a whole range of foods. You know, he's tried pizza, he's tried fries. He doesn't have the most stellar diet, but that is my life. Like, I have 3 children and he wants to eat, and if the kids are having burgers and chips, you know, and it's homemade, what is the big deal if he gets to have some? So that rant out the way, I'm gonna kind of just talk you guys through how he did with his first few meals. You'll see the clips, but I quickly just wanted to show like the essentials that I have for starting solids. So obviously you need a high chair. I am in a very small house right now that is not ours. There's no dining table, so I have like a space saving like chair, and it clicks onto like a dining chair if you have one, or he just literally sits on the bench, or he sits on the floor in his chair. It has a little tray that like pulls out and attaches. You'll see in the video him sitting in it. So just a solid proper space for your kid to eat in. It has to be like an upright position. You don't want your baby laying down anymore. Like my first, I fed her in the baby bouncer, which is reclined. Even actually my second, both of their first meals were in the same bouncer. Like, that is actually a big no-no, because if they choke, if they're reclined, they don't have the ability to like cough and bring it up. So third time around, I finally learned. Not that they didn't sit in the high chair, they did, but because they were both 4 months, they weren't sitting upright yet, which is kind of important when starting solids. So just something to bear in mind. I have some bibs, which so far he hasn't really been using them. He plays with it more than he eats. Like, he gets distracted by this, but once he's a bit older and he isn't as, you know, interested in a bib, I'm going to use this because it's so handy for catching all of the stuff. And then lastly is this, and it's like a teether, but it's also like a spoon. So he has had this for a long time, just like to chew on, but it's really handy for when I'm feeding him liquids or like purees or whatever, because it's easy for him to like get into his mouth himself. So you'll see me using this in the clips as well. So yeah, that's all I had to say. I just wanted to pop in and like kind of open up this video, enjoy watching the clips. He's the cutest little baby, you know, and it's been fun introducing solids to him. So yeah, enjoy guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next one. Okay, so this was Mr. Bodhi's first ever meal. He had some toast with some avocado on it, and then some avocado on the side as well, and just some like cooled boiled water in a straw cup. He did really well. Like, as I said, this is his first time ever like trying solids. He pretty much knew exactly what to do. I don't know how much he actually like ingested, but for a first time, I'm like just surprised that he even put it in his mouth. Second meal here, he just had a little bit of like roast veggies. I think I had pumpkin, sweet potato there, and then like half a fish finger as well that the girls had for lunch. Again, he kind of knew exactly what to do. He was less keen on this meal than he was on the toast and avocado, and that's kind of continued on. Like, I have to say, the more I've offered it to him, the less interested he seems to be getting, which is interesting, but it's all just a process. So just keep offering. You know, he did try all of this, but he wasn't a big fan of the veggies this time, and that's okay. It's just a process. At the end, I gave him these little teething, like melt in the mouth sticks, just for a little bit of a like texture change. He hadn't really tried anything like this before, but he didn't really care for them either. And then on this day, he had some just plain Greek yogurt and some watermelon, some banana. He really liked the yogurt. As you can see here, he gets into a big mess. I help him a little bit. Like traditional baby-led weaning, you don't really like put anything in their mouth for them, but he just doesn't have the motor skills yet, and he really enjoyed it. So you can see him using that little teether spoon there. Really liked this, but got into a huge mess, as you can see, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. Baby-led weaning is very messy. And then this day again, he had some more roast veggies, and I made him some egg bread. So this was a allergen that I was introducing, so I just soaked some bread in some egg and then like cooked it on like the fry pan. He did not care for this that much. Like, he obviously tried a bit, no reactions or anything, but yeah, he didn't really care to keep eating this. And then on this day, he had some spaghetti. He loved this. Again, he did need help kind of guiding it to his mouth. You can see kind of, I know it's really fast, but he grabs it and puts it in his mouth. Once I kind of hold it up to him, he really enjoyed this one. And there we go, that's it. That's all his first foods that he tried. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm happy to do more of these as he, eats more. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around with me as I, don't post a lot. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.